Hey, what is up guys, my name is Will. So today this is kind of going to be my analysis of the 16 teams going into the next major, Dreamhack Cluj I think it's called, sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but I think it's a state in Romania or something like that. I have no idea where it is, but there's 250k up for grabs and there's 16 teams competing. So the format is that it has a group stage and then it goes into single elimination. So the top 16 teams which have managed to make this event are Fnatic, Envious, Team Solo Mid, Virtus Pro, Nader Sincere, Gamers2, Kinguin, Ninjas in Pajamas, Luminosity Gaming, Cloud9, Dignitas, Titan, Vexed Gaming, Mouse Sports, Team Liquid, CLG and Flipside. So starting off from the bottom we have Team Flipside. They seem to make these majors a lot. They haven't really performed that well on LAN except for a while back at ESWC I think it was, where they made it past the group stage I think it was, and they upset Nick with like 9%, but except that's when they had Simple and Hiko. Hiko was a fill-in for that tournament and he did exceptionally well. So I think Flipside can make it out the groups. It really just depends on how well they play. I think they've been playing really well recently. I think they definitely will get out the groups, and I think they are one of those tier 2 teams which are able to pull an upset against tier 1s. But moving on, we have CLG. Not a big fan of CLG at the moment. I think they're kind of in a slump. Not necessarily, but they're just not performing to what they were a while back. Although they're not performing that well in the NA scene, they definitely have a lineup which is able to take maps off teams like Cloud9, Fnatic and stuff like that. Definitely a team to look out for, but I don't think they're going to be posing that much threat in getting out of the group stage. Same with Team Liquid. I think they're much like CLG, probably capable of pulling upsets against tier 1 teams. I think they can pull maps off them, but I don't think they're going to make it through the group stage. I just don't think they're that skilled, except for Hiko, which is a benefit for them I guess, because he's been part of a tier 1 team. We've seen how well he can perform. He's the clutch master, so I think they're probably a good team to bet on as the underdog, but I don't think they're going to make it out the group stages. Mouse Sports, kind of an up and down team. If they have a good day, they definitely can pull an upset against tier 1 teams, but I don't think they're going to be getting out the group stage. Vexed Gaming, obviously a team which is kind of really underestimated still. They managed to take significant rounds off teams like Fnatic and stuff. They're able to pose a threat, but I don't think they're going to be getting out the group stage. But if I had to pick the top 3 teams to get out the group stage, it would be Vexed, Flipside and Luminosity Gaming, which I'll go on to in a second. Titan, I think there'll be no doubt that Titan will be getting through the group stage. It really all depends on what maps they play. They seem to be really good on certain maps, but not that good on other maps as well. By the way, please ignore the gameplay in the background. It's like a demo from a Face-It match I played, and we ended up coming back and winning it, which was good. But sorry about the distraction. Titan, I don't think they're gonna be making it that far into the tournament, but I think they'll definitely make it through the group stage. Team Dignitas, they've actually just had a roster change. They seem to be performing pretty well. Seem to be pretty solid, but I don't think they're going to be getting through the group stage. I don't think they're that skilled at the moment. Cloud9, a team definitely capable of choking and not making it through the group stage like they did at ESL Cologne. I definitely think Cloud9 and Nader Sincere are the 2 tier 1 teams, although I don't think Cloud9's tier 1 anymore. I think they're the 2 well-known teams that can possibly not make it through the group stage. Especially Cloud9, I think Freakazoid wasn't the best inclusion to their team. We've seen him perform well kind of on and off, but not to the extent that you would want him to. Same with Shroud, he hasn't been performing that well recently. But if they all perform, like they all pull their weight of the team, they're definitely a team which can win against the higher tier teams. It just really depends on how well they play at this tournament. Luminosity Gaming, I think I'm a big fan of this team. I think they definitely have the potential to make it through the group stage. We've seen them take it really close against teams like Fnatic and stuff. They are good on a majority of the maps. I don't think there's one map which they're really bad on, except for possibly Dust, I think it is. But most of the NA teams seem to like Cash, so I don't know if they're going to be making it through the group stage, but it really all depends on the maps. Most of the tier 2 teams are specialised on not as much maps as the tier 1s, which is probably going to be the ultimate reason why they don't make it through the groups. Ninjas in Pyjamas, I think they're performing really well. Definitely, if they all perform as a team like they did last year, I think they're definitely going to be able to make it through the groups. I don't see Ninjas in Pyjamas not making it through the groups. I would be very surprised if they do. But it all depends on how well they play, how serious they take it. But I think they're definitely going to be making it through the groups, considering how they played against TSM and stuff just earlier last week. Gamers 2 Kingwin, not really a big fan of this team. Haven't really seen much from them to impress me. Personally, I don't think they're going to be making it through the group stage, but it's probably one of those teams to look out for, because if they play really well, they definitely can take down tier 1 teams like they did against Cloud9 and stuff. I think with Schneider being added, they have huge potential to make it for the groups, but I just don't think they will. Na'Vi, probably a team which is a bit inconsistent, maybe in a small bit of a slump possibly. They definitely can make it for the groups. They have the potential, they have the talent, they have the people. But we've just seen in the past how some communication problems and stuff have taken advantage of this. I think Na'Vi and Cloud9 are the two teams to see get upset by tier 2 teams like Luminosity and stuff. But I wouldn't be that reliant on Na'Vi to make it through the groups. That's just my personal opinion. Virtus Pro, no doubt they'll be making it through the groups. They seem to be performing exceptionally well on LAN, and with that huge investment, I think they're going to be not as stressed possibly, so they won't be obliged to make much mistakes, but I think they're going to be performing really well on LAN, so not much to go over there. Team Solo Mid, going to be definitely making it through the group stage. These last three teams, Team Solo Mid, Envious and Fnatic, are definitely going to make it through the group stage. They're all the best teams in the world, possibly the top 3. I'd probably rank Team Solo Mid about first, though that's just my personal opinion. But Team Solo Mid are really good lineup, really good on LAN. They seem to be able to beat most of the other tier 1 teams, except they were in a form slump. They're not in a form slump. They were in really good form recently. They had like a 25 game win streak when they got upset by Ninjas in Pyjamas on Dust. But I think some cracks are starting to reveal when they play Dust. They don't seem to be playing it really well, but that could possibly be them just warming up for the major, not revealing some strats and stuff. But I definitely think Team Solid Mid will be making it for the groups. Envious possibly gonna go into the finals if they play like they have in the last majors. They seem to be doing really well after this roster change, including Kenny S and Apex, I think it was. But Envious are a really good team. I think they possibly can't win it. They don't have the potential to win it, but they definitely have the potential to make it to the finals. I think out of Envious, Team Solo Mid and Fnatic, I think the final is going to be between Team Solo Mid and possibly Envious, although I think we might see Virtus Pro in the finals for once, which would be good to see in place of Team Solo Mid. But next up we have Fnatic, in a team which is in a massive form slump in terms of how they're playing at the moment. They seem to be doing fine on the T side, I guess, but on the CT side they've just been slumping really hard. I'm not sure if they're just doing that as a thing to do before a major, where they don't want to reveal their strats, to want to make their opponents kind of underestimate them, I guess. But Fnatic, I don't see them not making it for the group stage. They're still able to beat the tier 2 teams. I think it's just when it comes into the elimination and stuff that's when we might see cracks reveal. But personally, I think Fnatic will make it to at least the semis, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm sorry about the gameplay in the background, it's not the best. I'm only like MG1, but I will have a betting predictions up, which you probably would have watched by now once I edit this video. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.